What's up, Leo? Welcome to your November 2018 general read. This is going to be perfect for you if you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Remember, this read is just general, so I'm going to try to speak about things generally, even though I do pick up a lot of love things for these types of reads. I am now incorporating love readings for the month, so be sure to check that out as well, especially if your Venus is in Leo. Yeah. Also, just keep in mind, all these messages are not going to resonate with everybody, okay? So take what resonates and ignore what doesn't. Check out your moon, your rising, and your Venus if you need more detail or, there's a little bit more confusion. Sometimes our suns just don't resonate with us as much that month, okay? Now, this month, what I did a little bit differently is I pulled an animal spirit card, and you guys got the Starfish, which is a beautiful card. And actually, who got this? Sagittarius. Sagittarius got the same card. So for me, the star card, we know that's water energy, right? Star card. The starfish card, it's water energy. Starfish are very beautiful. They're something that we go, we go to the oceans, we go to the aquariums, we admire them for their beauty, we admire them for their structure, but we really are only looking at the surface of things. Whenever we get the starfish card, it's really asking us to dig deeper and not be so superficial, so shallow, so surface, right? It's really reminding us not to be swayed or moved by the outside appearances of things, right? Not everything that's great is shiny and gold and beautiful, right? There's depth to things. And I think it's reminding us and asking us to really go deep inside of what is important to us, right? Not just these surface things that we seem to align ourselves with or be attracted to. You guys are definitely coming off of a time where, last month we really talked about you guys getting a lot of hateration in this dancery, right? Like people were hating on Leos all over the place. And I feel like that's a common thing. Unfortunately, I love a Leo. I feel like you guys, though, are one of those signs that are just popularly hated on for whatever reason. Like people think you're conceited or people think you're always trying to whatever. I love a Leo, but it's one of those signs that gets hated on a lot. And really, we were talking about curving the haters. Like, they don't even matter. You guys are right on track. And that's why you got more of them coming because, they sense your progress. They sense your success and they don't like that, right? So really this month, with all the blessings and all the things that you guys are seeing, it's really important to look at things from a deeper perspective, going deeper into the thing, not just judging something based on its outward appearance. Also, starfishes have the ability to regenerate their little limbs or whatever, right? This is also about renewal and regeneration and building oneself back up. So I think that's really good for you guys this month. Be sure to check out that Sagittarius video too. If you guys are dealing with the Sagittarius, because we do have the Temperance card there, so it made me say it. But also if you have strong placements or if it just seems like something that you could use. Sometimes I look at videos that people do that have nothing to do with any of my important placements, and I learn a lesson there, right? There's always something to be learned because whose ear or whose lesson is it, whoever ear it falls upon, right? So just be open to that. Now, what is the unseen energy at the bottom of the deck? I love. This is the Sun card. This is essentially you guys' energy. I always think of Leo, obviously, because you guys are ruled by the sun, right? But this is all about happiness. I feel like you guys are really and have been really on this mission to get your happy back, right? You're really thinking about what's important to you. You're shining light on all the issues that you've been having in your life and really trying to make the changes, really trying to jump over this brick wall, get over the hurdles. You guys are really in this happy place in terms of your family structure. I feel like, you've got a lot of opportunities coming your way, no matter if you've had a lot of competition and haters as well. But I feel like ultimately what Leo is searching for is they're happy. They're searching for their passionate, their passionate things. They're searching for their love. They're searching for just really being in a happy place. And I feel like that's the overall goal for you guys. And I think that's really beautiful. And really looking at the things that make us happy and seeing what about those things is that makes us happy. Is it the idea of it? Is it, this makes me happy in theory, or is it something really, really something that I really love, right? All about digging deep. So going along with the theme of the haters we had last month, you guys are starting off with the Seven of Swords crossed by the High Priestess. I like this combination because for me, this feels like you guys are literally avoiding mess, right? And it feels like you guys are using your intuition to do that more, right? This is a very watery energy, this High Priestess card. This can be like a Pisces person, Cancer, Scorpio. But the High Priestess is all knowing. It's like if there's any people in your space right now who are trying to bring you mess, it's like you already know that the fight isn't worth it, right? So I feel like you guys are avoiding things that leave you feeling stuck or leave you feeling like you're just caught in a bunch of drama. There may be people around you who you feel like who have been trying to take from you or who have been trying to lie to you, but I feel like you're getting like if you're paying attention to what your spirit's telling you, your intuition, I feel like you are getting these little hints, right? Um but yeah, I just really feel like, again, going back to dodging haters, dodging mess, dodging what feels wrong, right? And you guys are really, really trusting yourselves right now, which is really great. Really going into that divine feminine energy. And I feel like, again, the things that you've been trying to manifest, I feel like you're starting to see these pop up in little ways. So it's like, in your mind, you're like, I don't have time to entertain these trolls because they're going to throw me off my fucking track. And I'm trying to reach my happy. I'm trying to reach that sun card, right? You guys are in a place where you're trying to make things flow easier. So where there has been struggle, where there has been turbulence, you guys are trying to make it flow with that Temperance card. This is all about having balance. This is all about harmony. This is all about being equal parts grounded and emotional, right? And I feel like you guys are very much being divinely guided. Some of you guys may even have, I'm feeling like someone's grandmother or mother. If it's someone who's passed on, like they're looking out for you, right? If this is specific, this is not gonna be for every Leo, but if there are times where like you feel like you've really gotten yourself in a pickle and you don't even know how the fuck you magically got yourself out of it, you guys are someone's watching out for you guys, okay? Someone is watching out for you guys. That's for sure. And that's a really beautiful energy. Again, that Temperance card with the High Priestess card, I just really feel like you guys are being divinely guided. I feel like intuition is going to be a big thing. And you may need it to really trust it too, because coming towards the middle of the month, November, we go into Mercury retrograde. And we know whenever Mercury goes retrograde, our thoughts, our communication, everything gets a little bit cloudy. So I think you're going to have to lean more into your intuition this month to get you through and trust the process. Pray on things, really show appreciation and gratitude to... Guys, my hand has been itching all morning. I hope I'm getting money. Sorry. Anyways, really showing gratitude to universe because you are being divinely guided in the best ways possible. And it's time, right? You guys have totally closed out a cycle that has not been serving you well in order to move on. I feel like a lot of you guys have been detoxing friends, detoxing bad habits, bad behaviors. What I do love about the World card is it does have all the fixed characters in the corner, right? One of the fixed characters is you guys, Leo. So fixed energy is really about, like, let's say there's an idea, a project. We're getting onto the project. We're doing the project. We're going to see it through. Whereas like cardinal signs are like the initiators of something and they're great at starting something, but they're not great at finishing something. That's where you guys kind of come in. And the mutable signs can kind of like go with the flows, right? I feel like you guys are being very consistent in your doing of things, and I feel like you're starting to see the benefits of that. I don't know why I'm telling you, but it feels something's telling me to tell you guys about the book The Compound Effect. Cannot remember the author, but he's like the editor of Success Magazine or something. But it's a great book, something's telling me to tell you that when I start talking about consistency. I feel like your consistency in the work that you guys have been doing is what's getting all your blessings here. Now, the compound effect is all about how things that we do, no matter what they do, whether they be good or bad, over time, they're compounded and basically expanded, right? So it's like if you have good habits, then those good habits tend to show themselves in different ways. If you have bad habits and that compounded ends up putting you in a bad fucking way, something like that. Read that book if that's something that is interesting to you. especially if you're trying to do projects or do work on your own, do like some type of entrepreneurial things. The Compound Effect is a really good book, but really talking about really maintaining good habits. Okay. And I feel like that's what you guys are doing. So it's really good. Now, in the past, we were a little bit blinded to something. We were a little bit confused on something. We need to make some decisions. I do feel like this has to do more with like letting the people and the things out of your life that are no longer. Yeah. I feel like you guys have this really protective cocoon around you where it's like, if, okay, if this thing isn't for my highest good and my highest, understanding or whatever, then I just can't be bothered with it. It kind of seems like you guys have made that decision. And again, that leads you to this High Priestess energy with the Seven of Swords. It's like you guys ignoring the mess, right? Now, in the near future, we have the Hangman. So this still does talk about a little bit of confusion just in the fact that you aren't able to move. So there's something that you're surrendering to. And it feels like the surrender is coming from a place of not having all the details to move forward in something. So whether this be work or relationship or whatever, but really needing to gain new perspective. Also, instead of just logically thinking about things, you've got the High Priestess here. So it's really important that you go in, go deep within using your intuition. Also for me, Hanged Man, this card is Neptune ruled. So this is Pisces for me. And in many ways, this High Priestess card is Pisces too. You could have a Pisces person in your life, right? That you're dealing with that this has something to do with. But it looks like in the near future, even though, with the Two of Swords, I feel like you did make a decision to move on and you're trusting your higher self right now. There is still a little bit of detail or something we're caught up on, which brings a little bit of fear when it comes to moving forward, right? I think you guys just need to be confident in these things and speak words of abundance and all that, and I think you'll be okay. Now, there may be someone in your space who you feel like is always like trying to almost challenge you. Like, let's say, like, they always got something to say about something you do. They always got something to say about your input. They always, like, you feel like they're just always on you, riding you. King of Swords energy is air sign. So that's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. That could be, there could be an important Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person in front of you. But it's just a very stern energy, a very decisive energy, a very take control, take charge. And he does it through his logics. He doesn't go to a place of his heart. Not to say that he doesn't have one, but he's not going to make decisions based on how he feels about some shit, because he knows that he's got a whole community of people he has to look out for, right? He goes based off what is right, what makes sense. Yeah. And I see that you guys right now are in a place where you are doing more communicating, more networking, more reaching out to other people. You may be considering different jobs, different projects. But I think it's all really good work ahead. I think whatever connections you're making right now, it's like through you guys dropping some of these haters in your life, I feel like it's connected you to some other people who are like more high vibrational like you guys right now. And I think it's a really good thing, whether these be friendships or potential lovers or potential future work situations. I feel like this is really good. You guys are putting yourself out there, right? And then at the end of the day, we've got this Emperor card. So again, you guys just really taking control of your lives right now. This is Aries energy, but this is someone who, Emperor's the boss. He's the bossiest of the boss. His final word is the final word. It's the word, right? So I think that's really great. I think that where that will come in handy for you guys is like if there's anybody trying to come into your space with mess, just being very like, look, girl, we don't do that over here up in this house, okay? I'm not going there with you. It just feels like there's moments where you might be having to put your foot down, but I feel like you'll feel your strength in that. I don't feel like you have to get real malicious or ugly with it. I just feel like there will be moments where you have the opportunity to flex your power and other people are seeing you as this powerful person. Other people might be shook, right? Again, because you are seeming so unbothered by their mess. Whether you are or you aren't, you just don't have time for it because you're just trying to be happy. You just don't have time for the drama. You don't have time for it. And that's really, really good. It's like anybody that's trying to come at you with surface surface level bullshit. You're like, I don't eat, girl, I go deep. I don't even know what you're talking about. No, this month, November, I am definitely a starfish. What are you saying? I can't even see this. So it's really going to be important to dig deep. Surface level BS doesn't matter. You know, continuing to get to the root, to get to the fruit of things. But I think you guys have some really amazing energy around you, because it sounds like, or it looks like, you guys are just blocking out distractions, continuing to block out distractions. I feel like you guys had started on that wavelength last month, and I feel like you guys are feeling real comfortable in that, and you're being guided and you're being watched over, and I feel like everything's working out for you, okay, in terms of that. Now, you guys got dreams of abundance. Beautiful card. It says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Okay, dream journal next to the bed. Good idea for you guys. Getting all types of awarenesses this month. And in places where you're stuck, not knowing where to go or what decisions to make, I feel like this will help you. Paying attention to your dreams. I just want to clarify a couple of things. What is this Hangman that's in the near future? Leo. Hanged Man, Queen of Cups. So you may be kind of not knowing what to do in terms of love, a love relationship. You could be dealing with a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, and especially with this Hangman. So, because I told you that was like Pisces to me. So definitely could be a water sign person that's influential in your life. With that, I just feel like you guys, even in your confusion, I think it's going to be important in the near future to just keep running and moving in love. If there's any points in which you feel exhausted or frustrated with something, I think compassion will be your best friend in that. And really trusting your intuition. Again, Queen of Cups and High Priestess, those are some intuitive girls. So I think that's really important. Now, this Two of Wands, the world. It's time to make a decision. I feel like whatever this is, whether it be career or love, you guys know exactly what you want to do. You've been balancing this shit for quite a while now. And it's what you're fearing is making a solid, sound decision on this, but it's time. You got the World card twice, and both of them are actually sitting next to this Two of Wands card. And he's holding the world in the Two of Wands. I feel like the world is yours. Again, you've got such great energy of temperance and the sun and, all-knowing ass High Priestess that you can really make things happen. I think it's going to be important that you're not scared. Don't let fear hold you back, okay? Who is this King of Swords in your space? Okay, with the King of Swords, you guys got Two of Cups. You guys might be having communication with someone, a loving relationship type of communication. This person seems like they're being very direct with you. If this is the case in terms of love, being very direct with what they want from you. Again, could be an air sign individual, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And I think you might be interested in them as well. This person might be coming from the outside wanting to extend their love to you. Right? King of Wands. Yeah. You are the King of Wands. Leo energy. So there could be, especially if it's an air sign person or a water sign person, someone who wants to extend their love to you. Look, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, definitely. Be on the lookout for that. And then let's clarify this Emperor. What is the Emperor for November for Leo? You guys got Seven of Swords. At the bottom, Seven of Cups. It wouldn't be surprising to me if in love or even work situations, you guys feel like you have a lot of options right now. I feel like you guys are kind of hot shit right now. You know, sevens in the tarot are all about, it's like they're questing cards. They're really about going within, right? And I feel like that's what you're doing a lot this month. And you got Seven of Swords twice. Again, if there are people around you that feel like they're being sneaky or have ulterior motives, I feel like you are cutting that shit right away. Like, no, excuse me. You know what I mean? I feel like you're really putting your foot down on people that you deem as somewhat faulty. Okay? Especially if it's like people who are trying to get with you romantically and you feel like they aren't being all the way honest. I feel like you're like pulling people's cards, okay? And calling them on their shit. So it's really, really good, Leo. I feel like you're in your power right now and you've got happiness all around you. So go on and rock on. I'm going to do your love reading now. Please tune into that. And thank you for everybody who likes and subscribes and leaves really nice comments and super encouraging. I really appreciate and love you all. And I'll see you in the love reading. Bye, Leo.